Have you ever sat by a campfire and just stared at the flames? The fire dances, it crackles, and it makes you feel warm and safe. Pretty cool, right? Now imagine a goddess whose whole job is to keep the fire going. Not just any fire, but the fire of every home in ancient Greece. Today we're going to meet Hestia, the goddess of the hearth, and discover how her flames still glow in our world today. So who is Hestia? Well, she's one of the 12 Olympian gods and goddesses, but she's not like Zeus with his thunderbolts, or Athena with her armor. Hestia doesn't carry a weapon at all. Instead, she carries something more powerful in everyday life: fire. She was the sister of Zeus, Poseidon, Hades, Hera, and Demeter. Yep, she's part of the original big Greek god family. But unlike her siblings, who loved battles or adventures, Hestia stayed calm, gentle, and peaceful. She ruled the hearth. That's the fireplace at the center of a home, where families cooked, ate, and gathered together. Instead of showing off, she was the goddess people trusted for warmth, safety, and family love. Hestia was like the quiet friend who always makes everyone feel at home. Here's one story about Hestia. When Zeus became the king of the gods, he gave each Olympian their special job. Poseidon ruled the sea. Hades got the underworld. Hera became queen of marriage. But when it was Hestia's turn, she chose something different. She said, "I don't want to fight or argue. I'll take care of the hearth. Wherever people build a home, I'll be there." And so, in every city in Greece, there was a sacred fire burning in honor of Hestia. If that fire ever went out, it was considered bad luck. Priests and priestesses worked hard to make sure her flames never died. Travelers even carried Hestia's fire from one city to another, spreading warmth and home wherever they went. Hestia might not have fought monsters or gone on big adventures, but she was always the heart of the family and community. Think about your own home. What makes it feel cozy? Maybe it's your blanket, your favorite snacks, or your family sitting together for dinner. That feeling of warmth and togetherness, that's exactly what Hestia stood for. She was like the invisible glow that makes people feel safe and cared for. So even if we don't have a goddess sitting by our fireplaces today, we still carry Hestia's spirit whenever we gather around the kitchen table or share stories at bedtime. Now let's bring in some science. Hestia's power was fire. But what is fire, really? Fire happens when three things come together: heat, fuel, and oxygen. It's called the fire triangle. Fuel can be wood, paper, or even marshmallows on a stick. Heat is the spark or flame that starts it, and oxygen comes from the air we breathe. When those three combine, you get fire, bright, hot, and full of energy. Ancient people thought fire was magical because it gave them warmth, cooked their food, and scared away wild animals. But today, we know fire is really a chemical reaction called combustion. And guess what? Fire is kind of like the sun's little cousin. The sun is a giant ball of burning gases, giving Earth the warmth and light we need to survive. Without fire and the sun, life would be a whole lot colder and darker. So what about the future? Will fire still matter to us? Absolutely. Scientists are finding new ways to use energy, like solar panels that capture the sun's fire, or rocket engines that burn fuel to launch astronauts into space. Imagine one day living on Mars. Do you know what we'll need there? A safe hearth? Maybe not a fireplace like in ancient Greece, but technology that keeps us warm, cooks our food, and gives us energy. In a way, Hestia's job is never over. Whether it's a cozy campfire, a glowing stove, or even futuristic space heaters on Mars, her spirit of warmth and home will always travel with us. So what did we learn today? Hestia was the goddess of the hearth, gentle, kind, and the heart of the home. She reminds us that sometimes the quietest powers, like warmth, love, and safety, are the most important of all. Next time you feel cozy at home, maybe give a little nod to Hestia. Her fire is still burning in all of us. Thanks for listening to Myth Meets Science. Until next time, stay curious, stay cozy, and keep your inner fire glowing.